Well,
That's
you
great.
said the Sault Ste. Marie thing that
All right, so
yeah,
my next question to you, Jamal, we'll keep it going. If you so you have the stadium, how would you deal with a diva? You talked about having a diva, like is Russ Westbrook a diva? If you own this team, you had the stadium, and your star player was a diva, how would you deal with that?
as long as they are producing numbers, I am fine. On one circumstance, like I don't want all the media publicity stunts and all that stuff. Keep that on your own personal time, but as long
Wow.
as you're like on stadium time, like athlete time, do what your contract says. Do what you want to dress outlandish, argue with the refs, whatever you want, because that's your own personal fine. But everything
Wow.
else, yeah, let the because you got to give them that little creative space, man. Who knows what they
Right
need?
on. Let
Get it?
them be who they are. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Lakers do that. Like that's what Jeannie Buss has done. Like Rodman, and you know what I mean. Like having these different characters. Wilt, and over the years, like the Lakers, I feel like have done really good at that.
What
Where
was the
they
question?
even the Dallas Cowboys. Like the question was like if you owned your own stadium, and then the other question was if you had a diva, how would you deal with the diva?
Oh, so have you got Kyrie Irving on your team?
Okay, Avery, please continue what you're saying. Please don't cut out so we can keep you on here.
I'll try. Okay, stadium question.
No, no,
Fucking.
no. Go back to what you were talking about. We'll circle back with the stadium, or did you? Because
Okay,
you were talking about
fucking.
basketball.
Okay, Kyrie. I think if you're dealing with Kyrie or any sort of diva, I think that I don't know. I think that it depends on who you're dealing.
All right, so I'm just rapid fire news. Milwaukee Bucks reportedly sold for 3.5 billion, third highest ever for a U.S. sports team. So that's pretty good. Are you buying the Milwaukee Bucks for 3.5 billion dollars, brother?
Probably not.
All right, moving on. The NBA could reportedly implement a target score for overtime games. And then Adam Silver said, I quote, that would prevent overlong broadcasts and overloading player minutes like Los Angeles Clippers forward Kawhi Leonard's playing 46 minutes in a double overtime loss to the
Don't
Sacramento
worry about
Kings.
it, Avery. Don't worry about it.
So that's what do you Avery, coming back in, what do you think about Adam Silver saying they might implement like a target score in overtime games?
What? I didn't hear that. That's the worst fucking shit ever. I need to look that up because that's the first time I've heard that.
Yeah,
That's
it just hit,
ridiculous.
man. Yeah. Adam Silver said that they might implement that.
All right, just slightly in another sport. Did you hear about the new rules in baseball?
No.
So if the pitcher has, I believe it's 20 seconds to pitch, and
Oh, I
then
heard this
so
actually.
now if the batter is like, give me a second, it's an automatic strike if the pitcher is ready to pitch.
Oh wow, that's kind of
Okay.
cool.
So the batter is ready to go. The pitcher takes longer than 20 seconds. It's an automatic ball.
Batters and pitchers are going to have to comply with those requirements, deliver pitches on time, get in the box on time, things like that.
So now if the pitcher throws the ball away to get another one, it's no stop time. It continues to go. And it's
Wow.
automatic. Okay. And I'm just
Wow.
like, so
Wow.
sports are
Interesting.
changing, and I don't know.
Yeah, because they're changing these rules. I mean, baseball is as much it is the pastime, stuff like that. It doesn't always bring in the most audience. So I think they're trying to find new ways to make it more engaging and stuff like that. Dame Lillard dropped 71 points. Second player to do that in the new year. He got drug tested right after.
Him and Donovan Mitchell.
Is that cool? Like, do we I don't know.
I think the drug testing thing's pretty funny, but
Hey, we got players breaking legs. Might as well test.
Yeah, I guess I don't really understand it, but yeah, sure. But I think it's funny that when he did that, people were saying like, would you be surprised if somebody else did it this year? Everyone was like, no. Basically because fucking the league's been so ridiculous this year that everyone's putting up the most craziest numbers that it's kind of just expected now. Like I'm pretty sure Dame tweeted or fucking said after the game that he was like, if Steph did this, the league would be going crazy, or Twitter world would be going crazy. And like, he's kind of right, but
very true.
I don't know. I think it's more or less that the league is just kind of used to all these crazy numbers that we're seeing right now.
I just feel like Dame doesn't get the respect that he deserves because,
Go to a better team and you will. Yeah,
Coach Quinn Snyder reached an agreement, 5-year deal with the Atlanta Hawks. Are you a fan of the Atlanta Hawks?
yeah. Caw.
I don't know. I just think they're kind of lateral progression. I think Quinn is a great coach, but I mean, I is he going to bump heads with Trae Young eventually? I think so.
I think a lot of teams get shit on for like not getting better. And it's like, what do you defy getting better though? Like the whole league is getting better. Like, is it your fault if Atlanta can't make a stride when Cleveland is clearly the better team on paper? Like they don't have the pieces. I don't know. Like it matters who's on your team. I thought I froze for a sec. Fuck.
No, I was just taking in what you were saying, man. It is who's on the team, and I think, yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, like I think that fucking the biggest thing for teams to make a push is the team itself making a push for that team to go farther. Like their push was getting DeJounte Murray, and have they gotten better since then? I guess they probably should have got rid of John Collins because they've been talking about trading him for fucking 5 years or however long he's been on the team. He's been talking about getting traded. So I think that the push is the team making a big push. So like for LA, if they did this Westbrook deal at the start of the year, they might be in a better position right now. But instead they waited till however long LeBron gets injured. Now fucking AD, which before he even got injured, I literally said that's what was going to happen. LeBron gets injured. Fucking AD was bound to get more workload. He's going to get injured because AD fucking doesn't seem to play longer than 5 games straight before he sits.
He sat tonight. He sat tonight. He literally didn't sit.
Yeah, he sat right foot soreness.
Yeah. He but apparently Darvin Ham said that this was planned like 2-3 weeks ago, that he was gonna sit tonight. So, but it's a crazy stat though, what you were saying about LeBron getting injured. LeBron's first 15 seasons he missed 71 games, and his last 5 years he's missed 98. So that's Father Time is coming out, and Zach LaVine did a 41 tonight. Damn, that's crazy. Good for him.
Now going back to missing that amount of games, like should you still be getting your pay cut?
Right. And do you want to talk about pay cut? Lamar Jackson is talking about leaving the Ravens to go. He might go to the Atlanta Falcons. If we're talking about the Atlanta Hawks, they might pick up Lamar Jackson because these guys want their guaranteed money. You know what I mean? This just came out today. Bleacher Report reported it. Ja Morant was accused of punching a 17-year-old boy 12 to 13 times and flashing a gun at him during a pickup basketball game last summer. But I will say this, that I did read into this, and his lawyer said this was already, it was like the guy was like threatening Ja, and was like saying, I'm going to come back and light this place up. And this was already investigated by law enforcement, and no charges were brought on him and stuff like that. So the fact that it's kind of brought up now, it's tying in with, the stuff that happened in Indiana with Ja's friends with the laser and, all that stuff. So they're kind of like trying to paint this guy and give him that bad image. And I don't like it. That's just me. I don't like it.
I think that the Grizzlies have been painting themselves a bad image for a while. Like this whole year, they put like a target on their back, which
Dylan
is crazy.
Brooks too.
Which is crazy because they went from like being the most likable team to the most hateable team.
Yeah,
like real quick. So I actually didn't hear about that the story of him punching a kid in the face, but
it came out today, man.
Fucking funny. But who knows what the kid did? Fucking maybe
he was apparently talking shit, man. He was talking smack. He was talking smack.
Maybe he had it coming. You don't know, but
yeah.
Maybe he.
But Ja Morant is like a big superstar, man. Like with a 100 and like a max contract, like almost $200 million. Like
Ja Morant's also probably like not crazy. Like if you were to see Ja Morant in public, I don't think you would be like looking up at Ja. I bet you Ja's like 6'1",
6'1". Yeah.
Like
he can fly, boy.
70?
He can fly, man. He can fly. He is so good. That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think LeBron's out for the season? Because we didn't really talk about this, man. I know
I think it's based on how well they do without him. If they
won tonight.
If they win these next 2 weeks,
Their schedule is pretty easy. The last 24
they win these
games.
next 2 weeks without LeBron and do okay holding down for it, that I think LeBron will come back.
Okay,
But
so
if they start struggling, they'll shut him down for the season.
Because our power rankings, we said you had in the East, you had Boston, you had, who else did you have? I don't know.
I think I probably had Milwaukee, Boston, Philly, and then Miami probably.
Okay, so Philly, they have a really tough schedule. Like I checked, the next 5 or 6 games, 7 games are on the road, and then I think they have a 2-game home stretch, and then they have a tough schedule on the road and some tough teams. I don't know if they're gonna be able to pull through that. Giannis,
I think it's basically based down to the matchups in the playoffs, though. Like, regardless of however anyone finishes in the 1, 2, or 3, I don't really think they care. I think it's more or less just how they match up is what these teams really care about. Like, if Boston has to end up, if they drop below 4 when you have to match up with one of these teams, I think then it's a big deal. But if you're in the 1, 2, or 3 and you got to match up against whoever's coming out of the 8, 7, 6 spot, then I think all those teams are coming out of the first round. But I don't know who's coming out of the East. I think that if I was betting right now, you're probably betting on Boston, but I
think so. I think
still
they're
don't
the
trust
strongest.
Boston. I want Philly to come out of the East, but I still don't think that it's gonna happen. But I could see. I wouldn't be surprised if any of those 3 teams came out of the East. If I was a betting man, I would
Boston,
bet on
Milwaukee, and Philly.
Fuck it, I'm just going for my fave team. I want to see James Harden and Joel Embiid go to the finals.
But I just feel like with Philly, they never get past that. I don't know. They always hit a wall.
Yeah.
That Milwaukee is too poised to allow it to stop them. Like they hit that wall and they just break it down. Like their team camaraderie, their defensive
whole team's been looking good
schemes,
though. Max
and
been looking good. Harden's been looking good. Harris been looking good.
They've been, and PJ Tucker's great. He's a defensive stopper. That's all fun and good. Well, but I just feel like Milwaukee has that maturity, man. That Ryan's favorite word, battle tested. They've been battle tested, and I just feel like Boston is a good team. Jason Tatum is ready. But it's gonna be between Boston and Milwaukee. I feel like I just don't think Philadelphia is gonna get past Boston nor Milwaukee. I just don't think they got it.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah. Well, with that, man, I don't have anything else to say. I don't know. Do we want to kind of get our final thoughts?
I'm excited for the playoffs. Okay, I think that the playoffs are gonna be crazy to see. That.
All right, so since we're waiting, let me ask you something. Which general manager would you get to run your franchise?
I don't know many general managers outside of basketball and football. So
all right, so let's say you had a basketball team, or a football team,
okay,
and you had your choice of general managers to either swap to NFL or NBA.
All right, so great question. I'm gonna go extravagant. So the head of the team, I'm the owner, but let's say the face of the team, like the president or whatever, would be Jerry Jones of the Cowboys. And then I'd put Magic Johnson as my general manager, or Masai. I don't know. I'll put Masai or Magic Johnson. Yeah. My question to you is, because remember Masai had that whole thing when they won the championship with that guy in the crowd, right? They kind of got into it. Do you think fans are becoming more unruly? Just just coming, become they just get so angry. They can say whatever they want. Like
So
seriously, man.
you know what happens? I think imagine going back to the Ron Artest thing.
Mhm.
When fans see that, especially those fans that want to start problems, they're like,
Mhm.
okay, that's what I have to beat the next time.
Yep.
And then over time now,
They know.
before we just used to be like, oh, you suck. Now we're throwing stuff. So like that's the new norm.
Right.
And until it gets to a point where they're actually stepping in, it's only gonna get worse. Like that's where you see those futuristic movies where they have the fences dividing the players and the fans, but 100% the fans are
Like
because
that
that's
movie.
just,
What was that movie? With Jason Statham, Death Race, where they're like, crazy.
I'm telling you, because like
Crazy.
even the players walking to the locker room, 100%, that's their most vulnerable spot right there.
Yeah.
Anything can happen right there. They're gonna have
Right.
to start putting up like a plexiglass or something.
Right.
But 100%. What do you think?
Yeah. No, I think so too. I think it's been crazy because at the end of the day, man, there's only so much that they can do, and like because it's, Drew said this last episode that because it's so available at your fingertips at all times, you can watch any team, any player, all times, 24/7, ESPN, Fox, podcast, everything is like always there, and it's like these fans know these players inside and out. And the only time they have that's like private for themselves is like when they're with their families and like, they're not at work in front of thousands of fans. So it's like, people feel like entitled, like they know these people, like they know just because they see them on TV all the time. And, what's that thing they say? Oh, you signed up for this. So it's like, what? No, what are you talking about? Like, they're still human beings. They still have feelings. You know what I'm saying? So I think
people, fans, they can't tell the difference between reality now and like I'm on my phone.
Right.
Like, they don't know the difference anymore.
Well, because that picture with LeBron where everyone is like looking at the moment through the picture, through the phone, sorry. It's just like they're not looking at the real actual moment. They're like looking through like the digital copy of it. So I don't know. I think that can lead us into our final thoughts, my brother. I don't know. That sounded pretty final thought-ish to me.
It was pretty final thought-ish. But my final thoughts. You want to go first, or you want to?
No, please. You go first.
So my final thoughts. It's been brought up before, but I'm gonna bring it up again. Especially how Jordan just brought up the point of the fans are getting more unruly. So here's my final thought. Are athletes, boxers getting paid too much? Or are they being taxed too much? Are there too many hands in their pockets? Because like what's going to happen when, let's say, Jake Paul or Mayweather gets $100 million for a fight? Like you can't go down from that. So then the next fighters, when they're reading about this and they're just like, oh, well, Mayweather got this, I'm only getting $1 million. Even though they're still getting $1 million, they're not going to have that appreciation because of that gap. So my question is, like, should we like, and then you can't really stop paying them because then that's just going to cause so I don't know. It's a paradox. That's my final thought. I don't know, man.
Whoa. That's mind blown right there, boss. I don't know how I'm going to follow that, man. What the heck?
There you go. Avery's back with his final thought.
What's your final thoughts, my man?
Man, my final thoughts are my internet sucks, dick and balls. That's my final thoughts.
Any internet sponsors out there?
Fuck, man.
Just go.
Sponsors
just do it while you're here. While you're here, just go the playoffs and then go right into final thoughts. Perfect time.
I don't know. Fucking
God's time.
Internet sucks. Fucking KD sucks. NBA sucks. Adam Silver sucks. Fucking Jamaica sucks.
You're just mad. You just said you had a great time in Jamaica, man. Come on, man.
I'm kidding, okay? Just my internet sucks. Okay,
I know,
the rest are fine. But
I know.
did you
I'm
get assuming that it's gonna freeze in 2 seconds. Yeah.
Did you read?
Yeah,
so Avery, man, last time I did a Skip Bayless impersonation that got fucked up because the Wi-Fi sucked. But it was pretty good. So Jamal, Drew's not here. So it's between you and Avery to do an impersonation. Avery froze again. No, there you go, man. You can't. It's a circle. So we're gonna flush it. But before we do that, I'm gonna sign off for Avery. Jamal, you want to sign off for yourself?
I'm signing off for Jamal.
But you're still. But before we go, and I'm Jordan. But before we go and we flush it, Jamal's gonna end us off with impersonation of maybe Al Pacino, Willie Beeman. You do what you're fucking told. Go ahead.
Hey guys. Okay. Well, I just want to tell everyone that it's been my honor and pleasure for you and for him, for me, and for everyone watching this, that I like the fact that I can be a part of this, you know.
A universal remote, God. Was that
In case
Christopher
there is
Walken?
Christopher Walken.
Was that so? Was that Christopher Walken? Was that Al
Christopher
Pacino?
Walken.
Because you did an amazing like Owen Wilson before. You know.
Oh my God, that was years ago.
Can you do the Owen Wilson real quick before we go? Can you do the
time? Let me see if I can move
in
this to the
Anaconda
side.
97?
Okay, so I'm gonna step here. So Owen Wilson.
So let me give it context. Wait, let me give it context. So this is the scene where John Voight is trying to turn the team against each other, and he's got to Owen Wilson, and Owen Wilson's trying to convince the team, Ice Cube, Jennifer Lopez, like,
Paul has been here, and if we help him,
you know, this guy knows what he's talking about. And go.
Hey guys, I think we should give him a chance. Like, hear him out.
I thought it was like a cross between Nick Cage and Owen Wilson. It was great, man. Hey, he just Avery, he just blessed us with some great impersonations of Owen Wilson and Christopher Walken. So we'll sign off. I'll let you do it, Avery, since you're here for now. So go ahead.
I'll go. Wow.